December is the month fair pay advocates have chosen to highlight low wages for women, ethnic groups and migrant workers. Effectively, they say the pay those groups receive mean they're working for 1 month of the year for free. Now they're calling on the new government to make pay gap reporting mandatory in the private sector. Isabel Ewing reports.
As a Filipina, Christmas is a big deal for Nina Santos.
Christmas in the Philippines actually starts in September, the Burr months.
But the knowledge women and ethnic minorities are effectively working for free for the rest of the year takes a little shine off the festive season.
Pacific women, Maori women, Asian women, ethnic workers all started working for free earlier in the year, some as early as October.
According to Stats NZ data, not only are Kiwi women paid about 9% less than men, when ethnicity is taken into account, the gap is bigger. And non-Pākehā men are paid much less than their white counterparts too.
At a time when the cost of living crisis is really at an all-time high, it's embarrassing that we let these issues slip into the cracks.
When National was last in government, it made gender pay gap reporting mandatory in the public sector, which this year reported its lowest gender pay gap in history. There are now calls to extend mandatory pay gap reporting to the private sector. When surveyed on this in August, ACT was opposed, New Zealand First didn't respond, and National doesn't seem to have decided yet.
I haven't been briefed on that sufficiently to be able to give you enough comment about when and how and if.
Santos says the government must go further and include ethnicity alongside gender in a pay transparency framework.
We really need to be brave as a society in confronting the role of bias and discrimination in our workplaces that contribute to and drive these pay gaps.
But another advocate for ethnic communities isn't convinced tackling discrimination is a priority for the new government.
Doesn't bode well. The signals right at the outset are bad for Māori and Pasifika.
Signals like rolling back the use of te reo for Crown agencies.
I'm really pissed off, to be honest. It's something that our communities have worked hard for. Māori have worked hard for generations to save their language, despite all the ravages of colonisation, and here we are walking backwards.
For Nina Santos, closing the pay gap would be at least a step in the right direction. Isabel Ewing, Newshub.